Welcome to Meet Me at the Grizz, the podcast that celebrates the stories, the people, and the spirit of Rotary Scout Reservation, part of the Twin Rivers Council, Scouting America. I'm your host, Ken Clough, and today we're talking about one of my favorite topics, summer camp. I know what you're thinking. It's only fall. The leaves are turning, the nights are crisp, and maybe you're still unpacking your gear from the last campout. But believe it or not, this is a time when the next great summer at Rotary Scout Reservation begins to take shape. That's right, planning for camp starts now. Whether you're a seasoned troop leader, a first-year parent, or a Webelos Scout getting ready to make the jump into Scouting America, the decisions you make this fall will shape the summer you have next year. In this episode, we will talk about how to choose your week, reserve your campsite, organize your troop, plan your fundraising, and involve your future scouts. All the little steps that make the big adventure possible. So grab your cup of cocoa, pull up a camp chair, and let's get started. Why fall is the best time to plan? There's something special about fall and scouting. The tents are back in storage, the troop is kicking off a new year, and everyone's excited about what lies ahead. But here's the thing. While summer camp might feel far away, the planning for it really does start now. Why? Because the best campsites, the most convenient weeks, and the most organized troops are the ones that start thinking ahead early. Camps like Rotary Scout Reservation fill up fast, and for good reason. Scouts who've experienced Rotary Scout Reservation know how much it offers. The lake, the program areas, the challenges, and the fun. So by locking in your spot now, your troop or unit gets the week you want, the campsite you love, and plenty of time to prepare. Planning early also helps leaders. Most of us have work schedules, family obligations, and other responsibilities to balance. By knowing your camp week in the fall, you can request time off, coordinate transportation, and make sure your leadership team is ready to go when summer arrives. It's not just about logistics, it's about excitement. When a troop or crew starts talking about camp in the fall, it gives everyone something to look forward to. You can see it in the scouts' eyes. That spark of anticipation for the lake, the campfire, the adventure that's waiting at Rotary Scout Reservation. So while everyone else is talking about pumpkins and football, you're laying the groundwork for an unforgettable summer. Reserving your campsite. All right, let's talk about that first big step, reserving your campsite. It's simple, but one of the most important things you can do this time of year. Most councils, including Twin Rivers, open up their summer camp reservations in the fall. That's your opportunity to grab the week in the site that fits your unit best. Start by checking your troop calendar. Take a look at school schedules, family vacations, and local events. If you have athletes or band members, make sure your week doesn't conflict with tournaments or practices. Once you find a week that works for most families, lock it in. When you reserve early, you also get your choice of campsites. Maybe your troop loves the quiet of Thunderbird or the central location of Oneida. Or maybe you're a lakeside regular who likes waking up to the sound of nature on Davitt Lake at Shindaku. Whatever your preference, early planning gives you that freedom. It's also a great time to start building enthusiasm. Announce your reservation at a troop meeting. Bring out last year's slideshow. Share a few camp stories. And remind everyone that another adventure is on the horizon. And if you've never been to Rotary Scout Reservation before, or if it's been a few years, this is the perfect time to explore what makes it special. Rotary Scout Reservation is more than a camp. It's a community. It's a place where scouts grow, leaders recharge, and friendships last a lifetime. Planning for costs and fundraising. Now, let's talk about one of the practical pieces, the cost of camp. Every troop or unit knows that attending summer camp requires some planning and budgeting. The good news? At Rotary Scout Reservation, your camp fee covers everything. That's right. RSR is an all-inclusive camp. There are no extra add-on charges for program areas or merit badge supplies. Once you've paid your camp fee, you can explore it all, from the shooting ranges to the aquatics area, from handicrafts to ecology, from the cope course to the evening campfires. That's not the case everywhere, and it's one of the reasons so many units return to Rotary Scout Reservation year after year. But while RSR keeps camp affordable, it still helps to plan ahead. Many troops start fundraising early in the fall, not just to cover camp fees, but to help scouts learn valuable lessons in responsibility and teamwork. I love the old scouting tradition of earning your way to camp. It's more than just a saying. It's an idea that builds pride and ownership. When a scout helps raise the funds to go to camp, it means more. They know they've worked for that adventure, and they carry that sense of accomplishment with them. Popular fundraisers include popcorn sales, community breakfasts, bottle drives, car washes, or even social media-based sponsorships where friends and families can help support a scout's goal. Some units get creative, selling wreaths at the holidays or hosting pancake breakfasts. No matter how you do it, start now. Early fundraising gives families time to plan and keeps summer camp within reach for everyone. Because when everyone gets to go, the whole troop grows. Troop or unit planning and coordination. Once your campsite is reserved and your fundraising is underway, the next step is troop coordination. If you've ever been a leader, you know that summer camp doesn't just happen. It takes organization, communication, and teamwork. I always suggest holding a summer camp kickoff meeting in the fall. Invite scouts, parents, and new families to attend. Make it an event. Show photos, share stories, hand out information sheets, and answer questions. This meeting is where excitement meets information. At that meeting, assign your key roles. Who is the camp coordinator? Who is in charge of transportation? Who is handling adult leader coverage? The earlier you know, the smoother things will go. And if your troop or crew hasn't camped at Rotary Scout Reservation before, connect with another unit that has. Scouting is a community. Leaders love sharing tips about the best campsites, the favorite programs, and what makes Rotary Scout Reservation so special. Early coordination also helps with training. Adults who plan to attend camp need to complete youth protection, position-specific training, and often a few medical or safety forms. Getting all that done in the winter or spring avoids the last-minute scramble. Finally, communication. Keep families informed. Send out regular updates about Camp Week, payments, gear lists, and deadlines. The more everyone knows, the less stressful it is as summer approaches. Because nothing beats the feeling of rolling into camp on opening day knowing your troop is ready, organized, and excited for the week ahead. Welcoming Webelos, the next generation of campers. Now, let's talk about something that is especially important this time of year. Engaging Webelos Scouts. Many Webelos cross over into Scouting America troops in the spring. But the work to welcome them and to get them excited about summer camp starts now in the fall. If you wait until after crossover, it's often too late to include them fully in your summer camp planning. But if you reach out now, you can start planting the seeds of excitement and belonging. Invite Webelos and their parents to your fall troop meetings and planning sessions. Show them that they're part of something bigger, a troop that already has a summer adventure on the horizon. Bring along some photos or a short highlight video from Rotary Scout Reservation. Let them see scouts climbing, paddling, working together, and laughing around the campfire. Help them imagine themselves there, because that's where the magic begins. You can even involve them in your troop's fall or winter fundraisers. When Webelos participate early, they start forming friendships and learning what troop life feels like. Another great idea is to pair each Webelo with an older scout as a camp buddy. That mentorship builds connection and confidence. And by the time they arrive at camp, those new scouts are ready to feel at home. Remember, for many Webelos, summer camp at Rotary Scout Reservation will be their first real experience in the Scouting America adventure. That week can be transformational, but only if we invite them into the story early. So reach out now. Talk about camp at PAC meetings. Visit crossover events, and make sure every Webelos Scout in your area knows that Rotary Scout Reservation is waiting for them. Because when they finally walk into camp for the first time, when they see the flags, the lake, and the smiling staff, you will know that the spark of excitement began months ago, right here in the fall. Making it personal. The camp experience starts now. I've always believed that summer camp is more than a week-long event. It's a year-round journey. The preparation that happens in the months before camp is what makes that week in July or August truly special. When troops plan early, they have time to practice skills on fall and spring campouts. Things like cooking, teamwork, and setting up tents efficiently. Scouts who are new to camping can learn their ropes before arriving at Rotary, so when they get there, they're confident and ready to dive in. And that preparation pays off. I remember one troop I met at Rotary Scout Reservation a few years ago. They started planning their camp week the previous September. By spring, every scout knew their responsibilities. The parents were on board, and the leaders had everything squared away. When they arrived at camp, it was pure energy. No stress, no confusion, just excitement. They were ready to have fun, try new things, and build memories. And they did. You could feel it in their campsite, that sense of unity and pride that comes from being prepared. That's what early planning gives you. It turns summer camp from a to-do list into an experience. And here's something else to think about. When scouts help shape their own summer by choosing merit badges, organizing patrol gear, or setting fundraising goals, they're not just preparing for camp. They're learning leadership. That's what Scouting America is all about. Leadership Insights and Resources. Let's take a moment to talk to the leaders, the ones who make summer camp possible. First, thank you. Every summer, hundreds of adults take time away from work and family to camp alongside their scouts. You're the reason those memories are made. Planning now makes your job easier later. The more you organize in the fall, the more you can relax and enjoy camp when it arrives. Here are a few leadership tips from folks who've been there. Communicate early and often. Keep parents in the loop from day one. Delegate. Share responsibilities. Logistics, health forms, gear inventory, and fundraising with committee members and youth leaders. Encourage ownership. Let scouts lead parts of the planning process. When they help, they learn. Visit the council or camp website regularly. Twin Rivers Council posts updates, program guides, and registration info throughout the year. Staying current saves headaches later. Rotary Scout Reservation also provides resources, camp guides, packing lists, and program overviews that you can download anytime. Use them. Share them with families. And finally, reach out to the RSR staff. They love helping troops plan early. Whether it's answering questions about campsites, explaining programs, or giving advice about first-year campers, the staff at Rotary Scout Reservation are always ready to help. Because at its heart, Rotary Scout Reservation isn't just a place. It's a partnership between the camp, the council, the leaders, and the scouts who make it come alive. So, as we wrap up today's episode, let's recap what we've talked about. Fall is the best time to plan for summer camp. Reserve your campsite early so your troops get the week and site that fit you best. Start your fundraising now to make camp affordable for everyone. Hold your troop planning meeting. Get families and leaders involved. Reach out to those Webelos Scouts and help them feel part of the adventure before they even cross over. And remember, Rotary Scout Reservation, part of Twin Rivers Council, Scouting America, is an all-inclusive camp. No hidden fees, no extra charges, just one registration and a full week of outdoor experiences, friendship, and growth. The earlier you start planning, the smoother your journey will be, and the more fun you'll have when you finally arrive at camp. Because those first campfires of summer, they start right now, in the cool air of fall, when leaders, families, and scouts begin dreaming about what's to come. If your troop hasn't reserved yet, visit meetmeatthegrizz.com or check in with the Twin Rivers Council office for registration details, program guides, and planning resources. Before we wrap up, we'd love to hear from you. Do you have questions about Rotary Scout Reservation, suggestions for future podcast topics, or need help getting your troop registered for camp? Leave a comment on the Meet Me at the Grizz website or message us on social media. We'd love to connect and keep the conversation going. And don't forget to share this episode with other leaders and families who are ready to make the next summer the best one yet. I'm Ken Clough, and this has been Meet Me at the Grizz, where every story starts with a spark, and every spark leads back to Rotary Scout Reservation. Until next time, stay curious, stay connected, and I'll see you next summer at the Grizz.